What's up, YouTube? Nova Dollar Investment back with another video, and I would like to update you all on my composer journey. So without further delay, let's go and jump into it. So the market has been terrible the last month. Actually, the last week, oh my goodness, folks have been panicking, jumping out the market, getting margin called. All kind of craziness has been going on. Basically this last week. It's been funny, just fun jumping on the Discord, the different Discords that I'm in, and which are stock and investment focused, and seeing folks who are leveraged to the, I was gonna say the T word, leveraged to the chin, panicking about getting margin called and getting close to it, and folks investing in high yield dividends and so on and so forth with borrowed money and the chicken coming home to roost or whatnot. But anyways, yes, the market's been crazy. So if you look at the account is down 7% cumulative since I've started. I've been doing this thing. I've been messing with this composer thing, I think since May. Yeah, since May. And since May, we're down 7% in the account, right? We were, at one point, we were up 6%, and now we're down 7%. So we totally wiped out every single gain that we've had since the account has begun, which is crazy. However, like I always say, do not invest money you can't afford to lose. Obviously, this is not a significant amount of money. This is play money. So please just take it for granted as far as what I'm doing. Do not invest in the market if you can't afford to lose the money that you're investing. Okay, or if that's the case, you might want to go look if you do want to put your money into something that can grow, I guess. Put your money to work. Go look into a CD or a high yield investment account or something like that. Conservative. Don't follow me or do what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. This is just me documenting my journey and showing folks who are interested how this thing performs over time. So my goal with this portfolio is just to track different symphonies to see how they perform with live money invested in them, right? So you can look at the back test as we've done before in the past in the first videos that I've done, and you can see the back test on these things are crazy. You'll see like $100,000 turning into 50 million, things like that, which is crazy, right? Obviously, that's not, those numbers are unrealistic, because if it actually plays out the way the back performance played out, which is overly overfitted, if it plays out that way, then we'll all be billionaires and trillionaires, right? But that's not how it works. So I want to basically put my money in here, let it work, and see which symphonies that I really like throughout the different market conditions that are going to occur in the future. So let's take a look at the what symphonies I'm holding, right? So I've liquidated a bunch, because some of them were redundant, like some of the simple ones were redundant, and so on and so forth. And some of them just had crazy amount of drawdowns that I probably wasn't comfortable with, even though it was high risk, high reward. I wasn't comfortable with the way it has been performing. So rather than sit here and play around with it, I decided to cut bait. Obviously, if you look at the ones I'm liquidating, I'm losing. I think the most I'm losing is for $40 on this one, but for the most part, $10 here, $3 here, whatever. I can care less about that. I care about the performance. Like I said, this is money that's meant to be thrown in here to test these strategies out. Not money I'm looking to be conservative with or anything like that. I want to go balls to the walls, aggressive, but at the same time do it smartly and investing in symphonies that have a chance of doing well. So I'm down to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 symphonies, right? I'm down to 6. This is down from 23, so 6, and I'm gonna add another 10 this coming week, right? So I'm gonna add another 10. I'm gonna deposit some more money into this as well this coming week and these coming months, and so that's where the account is at right now. Obviously, you guys know that there's a symphony repository, right? That you can use to search for different symphonies, right? So you can come in here and you can add different filters, and you can search for different symphonies based on drawdowns, their best day with sharp ratio calmer. You can come in here and look at all the different symphonies that's probably been made over time and try to find one that works for you. However, so right, so you can use that on that website to look for symphonies, and I have my own watch list. But here's the primary way that folks come in and find things to invest in. So here's the community, right? The community has a bunch of different things, different symphonies here that folks have, these fine individuals have created to for the community. So if you look at this, one might come in here, somebody who's inexperienced might come in here and say, wow, this is a lot of symphonies, and they might just choose the biggest, the highest returning one and then jump with that. But look at the drawdown. Are you willing to sit through a 31% drawdown when the strategy is in drawdown mode, and look at your account go down by that much? Are you willing to sit through that while it's happening, whether you're in the green at the time or in the red at the time? Are you willing to sit through? Look at this past month. This past month is down 21%. So are you really, are you willing to sit through an account that's down 21%, $100,000 down to 80K or so, and realistically willing to sit there and watch that occur without doing anything or it messing with your emotions or not? Some people are, some people are not. Just keep it in mind. So the way I come in here and do it, I have time. I love messing around with this stuff, so I come in here and I'll sort. So here's how I sort for symphonies that I might be interested in. I come in here and I do by drawdown, right? So then I look at the annualized return, and then I also look at the day that is the date that it started trading. All my symphonies that I'm gonna that I test, I want it to be at least, right? I'm interested in. I want it to be at least been around for at least a year from today. Whatever day you look at the video, from that day. You see what I'm saying? So this one right here would be good, but I wouldn't touch this because look at the cumulative. Look at the annualized. It's doing 4% annually if you annualize the return. You can do that by just putting your money into the S&P 500 and just letting it go, right? Just investing in the market, in the standard market, and just like a bogglehead and letting that go. So why even waste your time with a symphony like this, so conservative, especially if you're trying to grow your account, right? Because let's face it, we're all trying to grow our accounts into millions and billions or whatever you want to call it, right? So a 4% annualized return right now is not doing anything for me. So let's keep going. So S&P 500, I think, is doing what? The S&P 500 over time, if you average it out, has been doing 10%. So I want to do twice that, right? So I don't want anything that's around that, or even in the teens, to tell you the truth. If I'm gonna waste my time, or if I'm gonna invest resources in this system or this company, I want to be aggressive with it. So let's go down. So basically, yep. So sorted by drawdown, right? And then I'm gonna look at the annualized return. I'm gonna find what I'm interested in. So let's see. That's 17%. That's pretty good, right? Ooh, 11%. No, I'm good. So let's keep going. 12%. Look at real conservative. Been trading for almost a year. Annualized return is 12%. Right? Why would I want to do that? Here's another one. 16%. Cumulative so far 30%. But let's pay attention to this, right? Annualized to 16%. Annualized, and then look at the drawdown. Small drawdown. Look at that. Small drawdown. So that's 4% of your account during the times that it's bad. So far, it's been around since 2022, which is a long time. So let's take a look at this one. Let's keep in mind, 16%. So it's beating S&P 500. So look, whoa, look at that. So yeah, over time, look, it's not. S&P 500 during that time is during the same amount of time that it started. So it started trading on the November 17 live, right? That's when it was created, right? Right? Yeah. All this you can back test it before that, but I'm interested in the data that started till now. So look at the charts. It's consistent, right? But it's underperforming the standard market. So why would I do that? Just throw money into VU and let it go. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But let's take a look at the numbers. So as you can see, it's had less drawdown than the S&P 500. right? So if you want to be a lot more conservative than the standard market, this would be an ideal thing for you to jump in. But why would you do that when I think 10% is not that, man? Like really, man, for me, like 30% is where I can tolerate it up to 30%, 40% drawdown, honestly. But 10%, 4%, that's nothing. But so why would you want to jump in this when look at the S&P 500? But anyways, take a look at how the performance have been during that time. So the S&P 500, like I said, is outperforming it. So that's not something I would do. I would pass on this one. However, it's a nice conservative symphony. But that is how I do it, guys. I go in here and I sort it by max drawdown, and then I take a look at the so boom, boom, boom. I haven't found anything yet that I'm interested in. Oh, there go one. But like I said, 2023, 20%. No, I'm good. Let's keep going. Ooh, look at this one. But this one's been trading since only February of this year. But let's take a look at it on the list. 68% annualized. Is it a fluke? I don't know. But let's take a look at, obviously we don't want to go from August, right? We want to go from when it started trading, which is this date, the 15th of February of this year. So we want to see year to date, right? So let's start in the 16th. So, right, as you can see, it's beating the market, and it's not too volatile. Like it's not whipsawing back and forth like the S&P 500 is. It's pretty steady. Looks like some type of conservative, maybe bill is made up in it. But when it drops, it doesn't drop that far. But it's very steady if you look at it over that time. And then it's performing really well this past month. So is that a fluke? Because a lot of stocks, a lot of the market, a lot of things that have done really, really bad over this past month. But look at this symphony. Let's take a look at how the performance. So during that time, 27% since February. And look at the drawdown, minimal drawdown. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Less drawdown. It's outperforming the S&P 500, and it has a lot less drawdown. And the past 3 months, it's been up 17% as opposed to 5% on the S&P 500. Let's go to the last month. Let's see what it's done last month. So last month, as you can see, it's consistent, not whipsawing back and forth. Boom. It took off when all that crazy shit started happening in the market. And then so look at the S&P 500 down here. Down. Over the last month, down 3%. Look at this symphony. Up 10%. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you want to test that. This is how you want to that's what's important when it comes to these symphonies. You want to take a look at when it started trading, and I would gauge it against the S&P 500. Look at that. The last month down 2%. This is down up 10%. What are we talking about? So that's a good candidate. But it's not quite a year yet. So I would put it on my watch list like it is right now, and I would watch it over the next few months to see how it performs, and then possibly jump into it once it's hit a year. But that's how I go through. I mean, I know it's tedious, I know it's time consuming, but for me, this is fun. Like I have fun doing this. Like for me, this is not for me, this is like spending my weekends when I have time. Obviously, I've been extremely busy these last few months, but last few weeks. However, when it's time to just relax, this is how I like to relax. Let's take a look at this one. This one is interesting, right? 35% annualized. Let's take a look at this one. This one actually has been trading since 2022. Ooh, look, this is a good one. Oh, let's take a look at this one. So 2022, right? Look at the performance, right? So boom, right? Look at the drawdown. Nice, right? And then look at how it's done the last month. Up 8%. Look at SPY. SPY is down 2%. So we've been making money while everyone is crying. While everyone is crying about how the market is red, we're in a crash, interest rates, Jerome Powell, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're sitting here with a nice 8% gain on the month. Take a look at that. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you want to look for. It's been trading along for a while, right? It's been in the market for a while. Let's take a look at how it's done on the yearly. Yep, on the yearly, it's beating it, right? Beating the S&P 500 on the year to date. Look at it. It's not. It's been tracking 10% off probably, and then boom, it took over. So I don't really like that. I would love for it to be beating S&P 500 from the start, but nonetheless, it's okay. And then for the last 3 months, let's take a look. Ooh, nice. Then obviously the last month it's been up, way up. in relative to the market. So this is how I search for different. I'm actually watching this one because this is one of the ones. This is one of the ones I'm gonna jump in this coming week with some more money. But this is how I search. I go down and I look at the annualized return, and I try to find one that I like based on the annualized return, right? You can. I'm a little bit more aggressive when it comes to like trying to find. Look at this one. This one's been trading only since November, so I'm not interested. But that would be a good one, right? If that keeps up, right, with a nice little only 7% drawdown versus 74% annualized. That's pretty good, right? Let's take a look at. Let's try to find one more before we get out of here. One more. Like the video, guys. Like the video. June. It's been trading. It's been going since June. So look at that. Nice drawdown, right? Number, right? Outperform. It's outperformed SMH, TQQ, and the SPY. However, the last month is down more than the SPY. However, it's still outperforming it over time. Even in the last 3 months, it's overperformed it. Look at the Sharpe ratio. Let's look at the 1 year. Let's look at the year to date. Right, probably similar to the S&P 500. Let's look at the last 3 months. Ooh, look at the 1 month. So not bad, not bad, not bad. But this is how basically I do my research. That's not one I would actually go for, so I'm gonna get out of that. But this is how I do it, guys. As I go down and look at the look at the drawdown, look at the annualized return, and do it that way. Because I don't think you can export these things into Excel and then double sort it the way do I like. Ideally, what I would like to do work the entire. Export the database and then sort it by max drawdown and then annualized return. But I'm not capable. It's not capable to do that on the Composer side. Maybe on the other repository, but obviously not on this one. One more. Okay, boom. So this has been around since May of 2023, so well over a year. It's outdoing the S&P 500, right? Almost double. Almost double. Or double, really. Yeah, double, more than half, more than double. And then it's beating the SMH. The is the semiconductor ETF, and it's also trailing behind TQQ by 20%. So aggressive, but look at the drawdown difference. Low drawdown. See that? Low drawdown. So that's what I look at when I look for. Somebody asked me why do I run so many symphonies. It's not so that. Is it about that diversify? No, it's really not diversify. It's just I want to test different symphonies live. That's it. I want to test different symphonies live, and then the ones that I like, I will go ahead and try to narrow down into those. But really, it's not about diversification because, like I said, the account is small. It's not a lot of money. So for me, I'm just trying to see what works. That's all. But if you have any questions, guys, throw it down in the chat section, in the comments section. Like the video, and I'm gone. Peace.